Hello, welcome back to the channel. Tonight's going to be a Thursday night video frights video. We got Spirit's Revenge and Baroon Rye in the house on the cliff right here. Tonight's winner was Spirit's Revenge. Narrowly defeated the Cliff movie here, House on the Cliff. Well, Baroon Rye, House on the Cliff. But let's get started. Spirit's Revenge. Zoey, shown here, Zoey and Craig, ones that have the affair here. Zoey loses interest in her Viagra-dependent husband and decides to have an affair with a younger man named Craig, who's also lost interest in his wife despite constant scares and threats. Zoey and Craig are determined to be together. What they didn't count on was an evil spirit who has been resurrected to end adultery. The spirit, that's what this character, if however you want to pronounce, or however you want to state it, this is called the spirit, who basically taunts these two because they're committing adultery throughout. Was once an the character was once an earthling, uses and means any means necessary to punish the adulterers and earn the right to return to Earth as a human. Sometimes the spirit kind of plays cat and mouse with the two. Kind of reminded me sometimes of the scenes in I Know What You Did Last Summer. She'd leave, like, the adulteress, or the spirit would leave little messages on the mirror and, little things like write things in blood, kind of like that. But this film's from 2022, clocks in about 90 minutes, was directed by Tommy Barnes and written by Bridget Vaughan. Stars Alex Van Zeelandt, Joshua Cordle, and Joseph Wilson. It's currently playing on Tubi as well, and you can rent or buy this film. This film wasn't overly exciting, I must admit, but I do think that the actors in this played well enough off each other. I did learn that the main actress here, Zoey, is actually she was a model, which is very very much explains her really nice looks and whatnot. I gotta admit, I thought she was pretty hot, but I don't go into these movies about that kind of stuff. But she was very pretty. Yeah, that's Alex Van Zeelandt. That's the girl that plays Zoey in this. She did fairly well. It's not really. I think that it felt more like, I don't know if you ever remember back in the day, they used to have a show called Knots Landing and Falcon Crest. And those are really good shows. They had, very good, not like drama mixed with, like intrigue. Whereas this one, I liked the direction it was going. It tried something new for the horror genre, but in the process, it kind of suffered because of it. Because it's like, I don't really think this path is really good for horror. At times, I thought the spirit here kind of reminded me of the character, or not character, but I don't know if you remember the kind of like death in the commercials for Snickers candy bars. That's what it kind of reminded me of, just because it kind of like popped up with this sigh every so often. Kind of like all over the place in terms of what it very much did have a hard time picking a direction, and I think that's why it suffered. I think if it would have kind of played up more, kind of made the spirit a little bit more demonic, maybe showed the spirit a little more in its figurative look here, I think it could have been a much better film. But I do realize a lot of these films, through BAYViEW, Wild Eye, and different ones that I've done, They're all on a constrained budget, but not a horrible film. Uh, it was okay at times. It kind of had like me wanting to know what was gonna happen, but then it would, I don't know. It seemed like every time you'd go to a scene, uh, they'd be in the bedroom, and I don't mean that as in like there was like rompness going on or anything like that, but it was totally like, it felt like it was kind of shot from like the bedroom a lot of times, and I don't know. I just, when you go into these horror films, you want, kills, you want blood, you want screams, you want jump scares, that kind of thing. I realized that kind of movie that it is, it wasn't gonna be that way. But yeah, like I said, you can watch this on Tubi. I can't recommend this movie this week. I apologize that it wasn't to my liking. But I always got next week, which I don't think I'm going to review next week. I am going to be doing a video for my good friend's movie Zing. I got Warehouse 13 complete series. I'm going to do a review in that video, and then I've got two other bonus films, bonus titles that I'm going to be showing in that video. So stay tuned next week for that, and make sure you tell your friends about Gary's movie crypt. And I hope everybody's safe out there tonight. We dodged a tornado today and a flood, so wacky weather Mother Nature's providing us. She's very fickle. You do pay for it. Sometimes you have all this heat and humidity, and then you get all this bad with it. So kind of more of a winter person than I am a summer person, or more like fall. But yeah, that's my video for tonight. Have a happy Thursday, and I'll be back at this next week with like I say, a movie Zing video. So have a good night, and I'll see you next week. Bye.